and that is the form which people try to bring out when they're doing a concert. So the restriction to play these keys is not, you should not think of it as a restriction to elaboration of the form. There is an infinite variety in the form itself, especially some ragams are said to have a lot of scope, like Mohanam, Hamsadvani, etc., and people can do a lot ragalapna which can go forever with that. Some other ragams, instead of going up or going down, simply can go up or down in a zigzag manner, such as sa, ri 1, ma 1, ga 2, pa, ni 2, dha 1, sa, etc. You cannot simply go up in scale just by merely pressing the keys. One should spiral to the top of the scale. There are not too many such ragams, but there are, and such meandering structures is called vakram, which literally means crooked. There is an additional constraint imposed on the ragams besides the key selection. There are a lot of beautiful vakra ragams, and Tyagaraja is said to have composed several vakra ragams. To give you an example of a vakra ragam, there's a ragam called Begada. Sagar sagari gama bhada basa sagari gama sagari gama bhada basa. It makes sense to sing Begada only with gamakams. It is actually quite weird if you sing it without gamakams. Gama tadarra nari nari hari sagari gama bha tapasa. You see, it's shaking. It is going crooked both in the arohanam. Sagariga mapadapa dapasa. Okay. Sani sani dapamagarisa. That's an interesting usage of gamakam there. 5. In some other instances, it may not be easy to uniquely define the arohanam or avarohanam of ragam. Many arohanams and avarohanams, that is, definitions, can exist for one ragam itself. One such example of a ragam is Ananda Bhairavi. Another example is Sindhu Bhairavi. And of course, those arohanams and avarohanams will be close to each other. There will be some changes in the arohanam or avarohanam, and these notes which are not normally used are sometimes called bhashanga notes or anyaswaras, and the whole ragam is called a bhashanga ragam. Okay, so let me give you an example of Ananda Bhairavi now. This is the ragam Ananda Bhairavi. Now this is much more difficult to illustrate on the piano because there are more microtones and harder gamakams, but we will try to do it anyway. It has the following arohana arohana. It's also called a vakra ragam, and it's also called a bhashanga ragam. Vakra means it is crooked in its arohana especially, and it is bhashanga because it has an odd note which is not there in the parent raga. We'll look at both these aspects. Now this ragam, if it's sung flat, will sound totally weird. Sari sagari gama pada pasa sani dava magari sa. Now to look at the gamakas in a little more detail and approximate it. Sagari, it comes as sa samagamari samagamari samagamari. That is sung as ga. Sagari gari gamari magama rima 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 now that is very hard because you have to touch all the microtones in between. So it can't be approximated easily. Sa ni sa sani dani sa dani 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 sa dani 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 sa dani dani Sani, sa, sani. Okay, it starts at sa, sani, sani. Da, pa, ma, pa, gari, magamari, sa, gari, gari, sa, gari, sa, ari, za. Even though the sa normally doesn't have gamakam, it comes as. Now you look at the whole guarantee of the ragam. Sari, sa, ga, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ba, sa, za, ni, da, ba, ma, ri, sa. Now the ragam also contains odd notes other than these canonical notes. That is the small devatam. That's an odd note. And now it also has the antargandaram, higher ga. Now this comes as and it also has the higher ni, sa, ni, sa. It's a small nishadam. These are all the varieties of the odd notes that come in the ragam and the Bhairavi. So this explains some of the complexities of the raga concept in Carnatic music. So that was Anand Bhairavi. As you saw, it had a lot of varieties besides the basic Arohana, which itself was crooked, and it has different microtonal possibilities. But these ragams are very beautiful. They have many beautiful songs. Just to give an illustration. So that's an example of a song in Anand Bhairavi. Another song, Bro Judhakunni. So Semangudi Srinivasa Iyer, for example, is a great exponent of this ragam Ananda Bhairavi. And finally, there is a confusing possibility. There can be two ragams which have different or identical arohanas, but different microtonal associations or gamakas, that is permissible gamakas. The only way to tell these two ragams apart is to sensitize your ears to the differences in the gamakas. Okay, you can go ahead and create your own ragam by selecting your own 5 keys or 6 or 7 and following the above rules and name it after yourself, but make sure it doesn't already exist. Balamurali Krishna, one of the great exponents of music from Andhra Pradesh, he was very adept at designing new ragams